When traveling around my hometown of St. Louis, I like to ask people, what is there to do here? And I get these answers almost every time. I don't really know. And my favorite, not much. But in truth, there are many gems in St. Louis. You just have to discover what's out there. Welcome to St. Lou is Hospitality, the official destination education and visitor services training program that helps you by expanding your guest service knowledge, exceeding expectations, and becoming a tourist in your own town. I'm Jamie, here to talk to you about what makes the place where you live and work an awesome place to visit. And we're doing it all in this fun, new way to learn. There will be a quiz at the end of this class, and once you pass, you can move on to the next. After successfully completing all 4 classes, you will earn your Certified Hospitality Professional Certificate, plus a chance to win free admissions to local attractions and events from Explore St. Louis, formerly known as the St. Louis Convention and Visitors Commission. That's right, we're going to randomly award complimentary admissions to the places that your visitors come to experience. So, do I have your attention now? I thought so. So whether you've lived here your whole life, are living here temporarily, or you're a brand new resident, we want to help you discover or rediscover all that St. Louis has to offer. Now, the way that you answer the question, what is there to do here, can either make or break a guest's experience. You really have the chance to be a part of an awesome life experience. Now, before we get started, I want to run a fun fact by you. St. Louis is the native home to gooey butter cake, toasted ravioli, and pork steaks. If you go to any other city and ask for these, you'll likely get a pretty funny look. So ask yourself, if a visitor asked you where to find any one of those, where would you send them? If you don't know, pay close attention. We'll teach you where to find them. If tourism did not exist here, it's estimated that each household would pay hundreds more in taxes to support the services that tourists help pay for. Now, this is important for you to know because chances are, if you're watching this, you're a part of St. Louis's tourism and hospitality industry. You might work somewhere where travelers eat, sleep, shop, or have fun. And that means you are part of the over 14 million tourism and hospitality workers in the U.S. and some 85,000 St. Louisans involved in the tourism industry. And get this, U.S. visitors are spending more than $2 trillion on travel and tourism each year. St. Louis tourism generates an estimated $5 billion in visitor spending, helping to boost our economy and keep us on the map as a favorite tourist destination. By best estimate, there are some 24 million visitors annually to our region. And St. Louis is increasingly a global destination, welcoming visitors from many foreign countries. Visitors come to St. Louis for a multitude of reasons. They may be attending a sporting event, exploring our attractions, taking in our rich history and culture, visiting friends and family, traveling for business, attending a convention, you name it. In today's global economy, people have more choices than ever before. On a local level, Explore St. Louis works hard to attract visitors through their marketing efforts. So that's what brings them here. It's your job to get them back or extend their stay so that more of those $2 trillion gets spent right here where we live, helping our local economy. Tourism matters to our local economy and you are a part of that, so be proud of it. So, where do we start? Well, remember that question I asked at the beginning, what is there to do around here? First things first, you have to know how to answer that. And if you don't know the answer, you just have to know where to look. Explore St. Louis is responsible for marketing St. Louis as an appealing destination to travelers of all types in the Midwest, the U.S., and around the world. And they've created an amazing and super helpful website, exploreStLouis.com. And you can access it on your phone, tablet, or PC. Now, if you've got your phone, check it out now and we'll go through it together. With this site, you can see great things to do based upon your interest, from attractions, places to stay, trip ideas, plus deals and discounts available throughout the region. There's a section dedicated to events where you can see what's going on this week. And by the way, more than 7 million people use this website each year. With your help, we can increase that number this year. Another tool at your fingertips produced by Explore St. Louis is the official St. Louis Visitor's Guide. This full-size magazine is distributed all over the community to restaurants, hotels, shops, and attractions. It's a great guide that's perfect to hand to guests and maybe even point out some of your favorites. You might even offer tourist information on various Explore St. Louis social media channels like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Pinterest. So now when someone asks, what are some cool places to check out? If you don't know the answer, you'll definitely know where to look. Here in St. Louis, we even have visitor centers where you can send guests to see a friendly face and have a destination specialist help them find all of the great things to see and do in your awesome community. Basically, your role is to help our guests celebrate your hometown, St. Louis. Whether it's providing great timely service, having excellent knowledge of what's around town, or giving expert advice based on a visitor's needs. That's the vital role you play. You are St. Louis. What you do and how you act reflects your own community. You're the one a visitor sees and interacts with, and visitors will stay longer and spend more in a place that makes them feel good. In later versions of our St. Louis Hospitality series, we will cover things like how to connect with your guests, the 4 main parts of every guest interaction, how to anticipate guests' needs, how to apply your expert knowledge, and how to respond to a difficult situation. So to wrap up, if you want to be a great member of the hospitality and tourism industry, you need to be knowledgeable of what St. Louis has to offer, or at the very least, know where to find that information. And of course, you want to be kind to our guests and always strive to exceed their expectations. Okay, one more fun fact. The Del Mar Loop has been named one of the 10 greatest streets in America by the American Planning Association. Not surprisingly, the most popular photo op in the Loop is standing alongside the 8-foot Chuck Berry statue. So here's your homework. Don't worry, it's easy. Number 1, if you haven't already, go to exploreStLouis.com and start increasing your St. Louis knowledge, and try to recommend to visitors that they check it out too. Number 2, start thinking about ways that you can exceed the expectations of the guests of your workplace. What are some small things you can do to go above and beyond to ensure a great experience for these people so that they want to come back? How about knowing where they can find gooey butter cake, toasted ravioli, and pork steaks? And number 3, find out where the National Blues Museum is and visit it as soon as you can. Join us at St. Louis Hospitality and discover how you can exceed expectations in the everyday lives of others, whether they're guests of our community or St. Louisans being tourists in their own town, by completing all of the interactive courses and taking a short quiz after each program. You will receive the designation of Certified Hospitality Professional and the diploma to go with it, which is great to add to your personal list of accomplishments and enhance your current training program. Once the courses are complete, you have a chance to win one of our special prizes. We're going to randomly award complimentary admissions to the attractions and events that your visitors are coming to experience themselves. We'll see you next time on St. Louis Hospitality.